What separates winners from dreamers? Have you ever stopped and wondered why some dreams come to life, while others slowly fade into the background of our thoughts? Why do some people actually build the life they once imagined, while others stay stuck, watching time pass, holding on to ideas that never leave their minds? This isn't about luck. It's not about talent. And it's definitely not about having the perfect moment. So what is it? What truly separates those who only dream from those who actually achieve? Let's go deeper. Picture this. Two people. Two completely different paths. One of them spends years imagining a better life, thinking about traveling, growing, becoming something more. Everything feels vivid inside their mind, almost real. But outside, nothing changes. The other person, they don't have all the answers. They don't feel ready. They doubt themselves more often than they'd like to admit. But still, they move. Even when it's uncomfortable. Even when it's uncertain. Even when fear shows up. And that's where everything begins to shift. Because the real difference is not in the dream itself. It's in the decision to act. Let me ask you something. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll start when I feel ready"? How many opportunities have you postponed, waiting for the perfect timing that never came? And deep down, how many dreams are still sitting quietly inside you, waiting for a chance to breathe? Here's the truth most people avoid. Dreaming feels safe. There's no risk in imagination. No failure. No judgment. No discomfort. You can build the perfect life in your mind, without ever facing reality. But achieving, that requires something else. It requires stepping into the unknown. It requires making decisions without guarantees. It requires moving forward, even when you're not sure if it will work. And that's where most people stop. Because action exposes you. It reveals your doubts, your fears, your limitations. But it also reveals your strength. Now here comes the emotional turning point. Imagine the dreamer watching someone else live the life they once imagined. Traveling, growing, evolving. And suddenly, that quiet dream turns into something heavier. Regret. A question starts to echo inside. What if I had tried? On the other side, the one who took action is not living a perfect life. They face struggles. They get tired. They question themselves. There are moments when fear whispers, "What if this doesn't work?" But instead of stopping, they keep going. Not because they're fearless, but because they've made a decision to move forward anyway. Let me ask you again. Where are you right now? Are you still protecting your dreams, or are you building them? Because there's a big difference. One keeps you comfortable. The other transforms your life. At some point, something inside you begins to shift. You start realizing that waiting is just another form of fear. That perfection is an illusion. That clarity doesn't come before action. Comes because of action. And suddenly, the question changes. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" you start asking, "What if this is exactly what I need to grow?" That's when everything changes. Because success is not about having everything figured out. It's about being willing to figure things out along the way. It's about embracing the process. Learning, adjusting, falling, getting back up, again and again. And here's something powerful you need to understand. The people who achieve their dreams are not special. They just made a different choice. They chose movement over hesitation, progress over perfection, action over excuses. So now I want you to pause for a second. Take a deep breath and ask yourself honestly, what is one thing I've been postponing that I know could change my life? Not 10 things, just one. Because transformation doesn't start with huge steps. It starts with a decision, a small action, a moment where you say, "Enough waiting." And here's the beautiful part. You don't need to have everything ready. You don't need to feel confident. You don't need approval. You just need to begin. Because once you start, momentum takes over. Growth happens. Clarity appears. And the version of you that once felt stuck begins to disappear. So, if this message connected with you, I want to invite you to do something simple. Drop a comment with one word. Action. Not for me. For you. As a declaration that you're done just dreaming and ready to start building. And if you know someone who's been stuck between dreaming and doing, share this message with them. Because sometimes, all it takes is one reminder to change everything. And remember this. Your life doesn't change when you dream. It changes when you decide to act.